back for another edition of Tech 20 Tuesday, every Tuesday afternoon from 3:40 until 4 o'clock, just 20 minutes, thus the 20, and it's Tuesday, thus the Tuesday. So the other piece of it is tech, and of course we're going to talk about shiny new and some shiny not so new tech tools and how you can use them in your classroom. It isn't meant to be an expository on all the new stuff and how to use it. We're just going to show you a tool every week and show you a couple of ways that you might be able to use it inside of your classroom. For those of you who are here new, and I do see a few new names on the list, I am monitoring off my iPad on the side. Just going to take you through a quick walkthrough of the Bridget platform. Obviously you've found your way into Bridget and you're hopefully hearing me right now. There are a few tools up here at the top, sort of right center, center right of the screen that you will have on your tools. It's a little toolbar. Just wanted to walk you through it. First of all, menu is a little pull down menu, and it will allow you to do a few different things. If you click on that pull down menu, you're going to see that you can stop sharing or start sharing desktop, enable remote control. There's a bunch of different things in there. The two that you're really going to be very interested in is the one next to that with the little microphone. If you click on your microphone, you'll be able to then have a little drop down that will allow you to open and close your microphone. So if you have a question during the presentation or during our little session here and you want to speak, just open up, click on your microphone, click on open mic, and we'll all be able to hear you. Beside that, there's a little webcam icon. We won't bother opening any webcams, but it will open up a little webcam up in the corner where you can see the individual or the individuals that you're chatting with. And the one that's really interesting that we use most here at Tech 20 Tuesday is the one on the very end. It looks like a little person. If you click on it, it will drop down and you'll be able to see all of the individuals who are joining us here today. You'll also see a little chat window beside it. So if you have a question, again, during the presentation, if you want to ask a question, that would probably be a great place to do it. Just open up that participant window. There's a little chat message. Insert your chat message, and I'll just do a quick little one here. Insert message here. I'm a little slow today, so there it is, and you'll see it, and everybody else will see it as well. I am monitoring that off to the side on my iPad, so if you do send a message, I will have it closed on my screen, but I do have it on my iPad, so I'll be able to see that. So that is the Bridget interface. Again, if you have a question, love to answer questions as we go along here today. The other thing I wanted to sort of bring to everybody's attention before we sort of get going today is the Tech 20 Tuesday website. A few people have asked me today about archived sessions, and we do archive most of the sessions. We didn't get last week's archive because of the Bridget interface, and I'm still trying to figure it out, as you can see. Tech20Tuesday.wikispaces.com. If you're looking for archived sessions, you are going to be able to find them underneath the archived sessions down here. If I click on the 2011, 2012 sessions, which is last year, you will notice that it opens up into all of those sessions, and any one of those sessions that you wish to watch, if you come and click on that particular session, portal resources, and you can scroll down the page. If you click on that, it will open up into a window or open up into another page where there's actually a video recording of most of the sessions. There may have been a few of them that have been not recorded, but for the vast majority of them for the last 3 seasons, they should be available there. And this season's ones are here, and they will also have a link. For instance, today is Common Sense Media, and hopefully by this time tomorrow there will be a link there. You'll be able to go in, click on Common Sense Media, and you'll be able to watch a replay of today's session. So if you happen to miss something as we go along here today and want to go back and review or share it with your teachers or colleagues, feel free to do so. That's why we record it. So today we're going to have a look at Common Sense Media. Now, anybody who's spent any time around me in terms of teaching and learning, and sort of understands what my philosophy is. It's I'm really very much excited about the intersection of digital media and the social web. And I think that digital media and the social web, and having those two pieces really intersect well as a place for learning. And our kids, of course, are all over digital media and social web. They love Facebook. They love all of these kinds of platforms where they can share their stories. And that's really what they're doing, even if they don't know it. They're sharing their stories and creating their own stories. Um, and I think as educators, we have a really great, really powerful opportunity to engage our kids and to help them become digital citizens. Um, of all of the media tools out there, of all of the web-based tools that are available to us, and there are a lot of them, surrounding digital media and education for students and young people, I think Common Sense Media is the one that probably speaks the loudest to me in terms of what's available and how we can use it in our classrooms and the kinds of support that we can get. So Common Sense Media is an organization. It's a nonprofit media organization out of the United States. And you will see, and I'll tell you right now, you will see some things here that speak to the United States, in particular American education, and especially when they start talking about Common Core. Um, but when you get past all of that stuff on the surface, there's some really great educational tools here for us. So this is the Common Sense Media website, commonsensemedia.org. And the neat thing about what's going on in Common Sense is that they not only have content for educators, but they also have great content for parents and all kinds of other things. So I just want to take a quick opportunity to show you a couple of the really cool things in here that you as a parent or as an educator might want to use. They actually review movies and websites for parents and teachers. So this is a great place to come in and get ideas about what movies you might want to watch, whether they're family friendly, whether they're all kinds of, and they also review games and apps, websites, television, books, music, and they have a list here of best for learning as well. So if you scroll down the page, you're going to see reviews for kids of every age. So there's all kinds of movie reviews in here that you can go in and have a look at before you send your kids off to the theater or decide to download that movie onto your DVR or whatever it is you happen to be using. So there's really a lot of great tools in here for parents as well. And I would encourage you when you're talking to parents in your sessions and when you have parent sessions to really talk to parents about those kinds of tools that are available. They also have a tab called Videos. It will give you advice. It will also, again, talk about the movies that are in theaters and on DVD, but it also has movies for educators, and we're going to come back to that in a little bit. This is the real key tab for us as learning leaders. They have, you could take the Common Sense K-12 curriculum tab here and design either a middle school technology or a BBT technology or K-12 really technology education program, although I hate to limit it to that. I really think that K-12 education needs to be surrounded in all of our classrooms. Every teacher should take on that challenge of being a K-12 of a digital citizenship teacher as well. And I don't care if you're teaching math, social studies, science, technology, art, music. This has a place in everybody's classroom. So every teacher, I think, should be paying close attention to teaching our kids and including social media and that social web and digital media in our classrooms. So when we come here, underneath the K-12 curriculum tab, if we click on it, it's going to take us to another page. A little slow here, I'm surprised, but I guess I'm sending out as much content as I'm bringing in. And if we scroll down the page, we're going to see curriculum by grade. And this is probably the easiest way. You can come in here and look at the scope and the curriculum overview, aligning with the standards, and a reminder that the standards that you're going to see in there are United States Common Core. They're National Common Core standards, so it won't align to standards here in New Brunswick or even within Canada. But there's a lot of stuff in here that you can still use. Curriculum by grade. For instance, if I'm a K-5 teacher, I should be trying to figure out how I'm going to include digital citizenship curriculum within our classrooms. So if I click on the grades K to 5, oh, and by the way, everything in here is free. That's the neat thing about this. This is an absolutely free website. So it talks about Unit 1, safety, and the neat thing about this is that it's basically packaged in a box for you. And you can come in here and grab this stuff and take it away and implement it into your classroom tomorrow. They've also got other resources, posters for your classrooms. So introducing elementary school students to digital citizenship. So for instance, and then coming back here to the safety, security, then it starts talking about units on digital life, privacy, and digital footprints, all K-5. So this is all very much meeting those kids where they're at. Connected cultures, respecting creative work, searching for information literacy. It's teaching kids the basics of searching underneath this tab here, and then research and evaluation. And again, this isn't meant to be at a high school level. This breaks it down and has activities and lessons for your students to be using in your classroom with you and your students at that K to 5 level. So it's all age appropriate. I'm going to take a look back. We'll move on to the grade 6 to 8 curriculum. Neat thing about this is that, again, it's all broken down to age appropriate stuff, but it's coming along, again, based on those same themes, those same units: safety, security, digital life, privacy and digital footprints, connected culture, self-expression, and identity. And Matthew, yes, I think some of the content you're able to get into without signing up, but there is a free sign up, and I would encourage teachers to sign up. There's often, by signing up and asking to be kept aware of current and ongoing web seminars, because they often have a lot of webinars as well that teachers can join into and extend your professional learning and dialogue with educators from around the world. So I do believe that to get some of the content at least, you do have to sign up, but I would encourage you to become part of the Common Sense Media community. And you'll notice here, and so I hope that answers your question. Respecting creative work is a big one that I'm a big fan of. I think we should be teaching our kids all about copyright and different forms of copyright, like Creative Commons and other things. Now you'll notice here again they talk about fair use, and fair use is strictly an American topic, but I think again you need to be educating ourselves about these things so that we can help understand for our students and see this as strictly resources that we'll be able to use. And again, moving on, we can come in here and come into the grade 9 to 12 curriculum. And I don't think because you're teaching math at grade 9 to 12 that you have a free pass on any of this. I think every teacher in every classroom at every level and every subject has a role to play in teaching our kids to be digital citizenship or digital citizens. So I think that those are important lessons and important things that all of our kids need to be talking about in a constant conversation within our learning communities. So the last thing I really wanted, and I would encourage you to come in here and find these things, and I think you can find curriculum and activities that you can weave into your classroom and modify in many, many different ways. You'll also know, and I just clicked on the curriculum toolkits, it's got some really cool digital toolkits, a cyberbullying toolkit, a gender and digital life toolkit, because this also talks not just about safe use of the web, but also being critical consumers of web content. So it talks about lessons that we can use with our kids to make them media savvy, to help them understand how they are being, for lack of a better term, targeted by by organizations and corporations as consumers, and how they should be aware of what some of that and how that's taking place. So it's making them be savvy educators. And again, professional development for me is a big one. You can come in here, it will walk you through professional development training. They have both synchronous and asynchronous pieces to it. So you can come in here, you can take training. It will walk you through a number of a number of their programs, and bring that stuff out as asynchronously, so you can do it and just walk through it at your speed, or you can join in some synchronous training through their media literacy and digital citizenship professional development webinar series. So there's lots of good stuff in here as well. Really and honestly, as I said before, I think that Common Sense Media has the corner on anything that I've seen. And I've seen a lot of stuff. I think Common Sense Media is a great resource for three things. First of all, giving your parents in your schools resources to be able to come in here and educate themselves and educate their children, because we want to keep that parent piece active and a communication going along. It has great resources that you as a teacher can use to educate yourself, professional development, and it also has a lot of just superb resources that you can use in your classroom with your students to be able to help them, and isn't that what it's all about? Developing digital citizens who are able to live, work, and play in an appropriate way, and leverage this technology. Because I'll tell you, I'm a firm believer that our students in our classroom sitting in front of us, their future is going to demand a digital presence, and it's going to demand that they know how to to be web savvy, but also to be able to use the web and leverage their web presence, their digital footprint for their future. Because there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that these kids are going to live and work and play in environments that are going to just absolutely blow our minds away. So that's really what we're going to talk about today. I do want to bring your attention again back to the Tech20Tuesday website. If you click on the 2012-23 sessions, you'll notice that in November we're going to be looking at some of those common social web authoring tools. Next week we're going to be looking at classroom blogging. The week after we're going to be looking at Weebly and Wix, which are two really cool little tools. Edmodo is going to come up on the 20th, and I think Edmodo is a tremendously powerful tool. And by the way, Edmodo and Common Sense Media have now partnered to build, and they're building an all-in-one package where Edmodo and Common Sense Media tools are going to be built right into Edmodo. That's some exciting stuff that's taking place. And then on the 27th of November, we're going to be looking at our very own virtual classroom, which is available on the NBEd portal, and providing another great platform for teachers and students to connect. So we're going to be having a look at those four in November. That's our theme, social web authoring. And then in December, we're going to move on into a couple of sessions on introduction to iPads. So if you have any questions, I am around. Open up your microphone or open up a chat window. Again, the chat window is underneath the little icon of a person at the far right-hand side of the little toolbar, the Smart Bridget toolbar that's at the top of your screen, a little to off center to the right. So if you click on that, you can leave me a chat message in there. For now, that is Tech20Tuesday for today. I'm glad you all had an opportunity to drop by. Website address for Common Sense Media, again, and I'll type it right here into the chat window, but it is Common Sense Media, all one word. Oh, let's come back. I'm just going to put it in here. http://commonsensemedia.org. They are commonsensemedia.org. Thank you, Matthew. So commonsensemedia.org will take you to Common Sense Media. As I said, it is an absolutely free resource. So I'd encourage you to go there and check it out and see stuff. There's stuff there for every level, every subject area. Thank you all for joining us today, and we will see you again hopefully next week when we look at classroom blogging. Thanks. Now, bye-bye.